inductee of the evening, who is a personal hero of mine, who as a kid growing up, watching this gentleman, Grandmaster Van Clief, the Black Dragon. I call him my brother because we're brothers from another mother, but we look very much alike. So, this is someone who started martial arts as an early teen. He was a Marine. This guy has had one of the most stellar, remarkable careers you can imagine. Amazing challenges that he has overcome. He became a 5-time karate world champion, Kung Fu champion, and a 15-time All-American champion. He competed in both full contact and non-contact karate tournaments in New York, and coming from New York myself, it was a legend. When I first ran into him after being out of the sport for many years, and then I saw him at a big mega martial arts event, it was like seeing a dream, you know, because this is somebody I knew when we were fighting in the back alleys in Chinatown. This is the guy that it was all about going way back then. He competed all over the world. He's still competing. He's still training. His martial arts training began in the mid-50s. Later, he trained along Bruce Lee in Hong Kong, and he was nicknamed then the Black Dragon. This guy actually trained with Bruce Lee, did scenes with Bruce Lee, and did movies in Hong Kong. He was a student of Goju-Ryu Masters Peter Urban, Frank Ruiz, Moses Powell. Who doesn't know Moses Powell? We're growing up in New York, as well as WingTsun. So many different styles, and now he went back again several years ago to train in jiu-jitsu, and even though being a 10th dan black belt in his art, he started at a white belt again, and now you're up to brown again, is it? Purple. Can you imagine him as a purple belt? Crazy. On December 16, 1994, he competed in the 4th Ultimate Fighting Championship at 51 against Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu champion Ruiz, who was also one of our inductees a number of years ago. He is still actively competing, and he is going to compete until he is 80 years old. He's in his late 70s now. Let's give it up for my personal hero, Grandmaster Van Clief. Put it on you. I know you can handle this.
After that, what can I say? I'm truly humbled and honored to be here. I started my martial arts training when I was 15 years old in Brooklyn, New York, with Moses Powell and Ronald Duncan, and I continued my martial arts education in the Marine Corps. I was stationed in Okinawa before I went to Vietnam. When I left Vietnam, I became a New York policeman for 5 years, and during that period I started getting interested in acting and stunt work. I worked with the New York Stuntmen's Association. I was the first martial artist in that organization. I worked on over 300 films in the past 55 years. I've competed in over 900 tournaments. I've tried to be active. I started training in jiu-jitsu when I was 68. I'm 79 now. And I made purple belts after 9 years. And I'm still competing. I'm competing a week after I get back from here. You know, I trained Steve Reeves. You know who Steve Reeves is? He played Hercules. I had the honor of training him when he had his shoulder replacement at the Radu Physical Culture Center in New York City. And he was so helpful in as far as motivating. He was 86 years old at the time. He was bench pressing 250 for reps. You know, at 85, 86 years old, it's kind of amazing. You know, I have to thank my wife. She motivates me every day to keep working out. She drags me to the gym. She shames me, you know. But in this life, you have to have a purpose and a passion, and the martial arts has been my passion for over 60 years. I've had the opportunity to meet and work with so many of the greats in the arts. You know, I met Goju Yamaguchi. I actually trained with Bruce Lee. He gave me the nickname, the Black Dragon, after I lost a match at the All-American Championships in 1967. Imagine, 1967, we're sitting, and he says, you know, you're the Black Dragon. I said, I just lost. He says, no, you're the Black Dragon. You know, about 8 years later, I did a film, and the title was The Black Dragon. So life is strange. You have to stay busy. You have to stay active. You know, physical fitness is important. I've taught thousands of students. I taught in the public school systems in New York and St. Thomas and in California. I had the opportunity to be the senior combatives trainer for the Secret Service from 1983 to 1993. I trained 10,000 agents, and it was a wonderful experience. And I have to thank all my teachers, from Moses Powell to Dr. Goldman. They've been amazing mentors. You have to inspire before you expire, you know? Bob has said many times, you have to exceed your limits. Well, that's what life is. Life is a challenge, and if you don't exceed your limits, you're not going to make it to the end. And I'm so happy to be here, and I'm having a panic attack, guys. But it's a wonderful thing, and thank you so very, very much for this honor. And thank you, Dr. Bob.